Hi, welcome back to Lenfant's Cocktails. Today what I want to do in this video is go over cocktail glass. You can see that I have about 30 different glasses in front of me. And you might think all of these are necessary based on watching other YouTube channels or Instagram feeds, that each cocktail needs its own specific glass, and that's just not true. I want to go over what I think are the 3 most important glasses, and beyond those core 3, what you could use to expand and what makes sense and what's just kind of duplicative of others. Let's get into the 3 most important cocktail glasses. The first glass that I want to talk about today is the old-fashioned or rocks glass, also called the lowball glass. This is one of the main glasses for cocktails because your old-fashions, your margaritas, and so many drinks will get made into this, and it's a nice drinking cup just for other uses around the kitchen as well. These glasses usually have a thicker, heavier bottom and fit about 9 to 10 ounces. I think this one's about 10 ounces. And this way you can fit your large rock of ice in there and really give a nice presentation for some of your lower cocktails. And it's a staple of any cocktail glass collection. And this is the #1 glass I would say you need of your top 3. The second glass is the Highball or Collins glass. There are a lot of great drinks you can make in here, and mostly are gonna be drinks that you're gonna make with some type of carbonated beverage as well. In my opinion, like a mojito, a thyme Collins, a rye buck. You can do a lot of different drinks in this, but they are gonna be carbonated. It's gonna be a tall, narrow cylinder. Now there are Collins and Highball glasses, and one's a little bit thicker than the other, but I think you can get away with just the one, and I do. And so here it is. And our final one is the Nick and Nora glass. It's called the Nick and Nora, based off the 1930s movie The Thin Man, in which the main characters were named Nick and Nora, and they were drinking a ton of cocktails out of this style of glass. So I chose the Nick and Nora for the third glass because you can put almost any served up drink in a Nick and Nora. A martini, a Negroni, you can do a whiskey sour. The possibilities are really endless, and I think that it really makes for a really good all-around use glass. These 3 combined are what I would consider to be the absolute essentials for cocktail making, and if you're gonna have 3 glasses, probably start with these because you can cover all your bases from served on a big rock of ice to some type of carbonated fizzy drink to your upserved stirred cocktails or shaken cocktails like the whiskey sour, my personal favorite. But I think as we all know, cocktails never stop with just the easiest. Just 3 basic glasses might not get you through. You might get tempted to start adding more. So here's where I would go with that. And the first one is kind of obvious, the standard martini glass. When people ask for a martini, I think a lot of people expect for it to be served in the typical conical shaped glass that is the martini glass. I personally really don't like the martini glass because the mouth is so wide I end up spilling it, especially if I've already had 1 or 2. Because of the wide mouth of the martini glass, it's really easy to spill when you're drinking it, and I don't think it's the best designed drink glass. And also I really don't like making a ton of drinks in it because to me, a martini glass is for a martini, maybe a grasshopper, or a Cosmo, but it's just not as versatile as the top 3. But because people do come to expect it and it is a classic, I'm gonna put it in the next round of things you should buy. But I also wanna add, don't buy a martini glass new. If you go to any thrift store near you, you're gonna have a selection of dozens of different types of martini glasses for people who think they want to make drinks, give up and donate it to their local store. This one cost me about 25 cents and it looks great. I really like it. I think you will, and it's a way to save money while adding to your glass collection. The next one that I think is really important is the standard Coupe glass. I don't remember what brand this is, but I love the way a Coupe looks for a sour with the egg white layers on top and you drop the Angostura bitters. It has a really great look, and it's a multi-purpose glass because the Coupe is originally for champagne, so you can definitely still serve champagne in it, which is my preferred way of drinking champagne, not out of a flute. Also, I don't own any flutes, so that's part of the reason. But I love it. I think it looks great. It's really useful, and truthfully, it's probably one of my favorite glasses to serve drinks in. Finally, I think this one will kind of go without explanation, our copper cup for mules. I do put this one in the top 6 because mules are so common, so loved by a lot of people, and when people want a mule, they want it in the copper cup. It's part of the fun, it's part of the overall ambiance of the drink. The last glass that I want to add to this basics of glasses is not a glass at all, it's the copper mug for the Moscow Mule. The Moscow Mule was invented around people who wanted to sell their product, especially ginger beer and a copper mug maker. So they made this glass, it's part of the history, it's part of the drink really, and one of the great things, like the martini glass, is that your local thrift store will probably have a ton of these and you can get them really cheap. I know cheapness and making cocktails don't usually go together, but these are some areas where you can save money because you're definitely going to spend some money in other places later. As you saw when we started out the video, there's obviously a ton of amount of cocktail glasses you can choose from, but you really don't need them all. These are the 6 that I think are a good level, and we talked about your original 3 for your basic setup. So there's obviously more than these 6 that you can use, and some examples would be really fancy coupe glasses, a nice set of shot glasses, maybe even a julep cup. There's really just a ton of options out there for different glasses, but don't feel like you need to get them all. Focus on finding the glasses for the drinks that you want to make, and then expanding from there if you think you need to. Another thing that I forgot to mention was sets. When I started buying cocktail glasses, whether it be from thrifting or from stores or online, whatever it was, I always felt compelled to buy in sets of 4. It seems almost ingrained in me that I need a set of 4 things whenever I buy it, whether it be plates, glasses, forks, knives, spoons, whatever. For cocktails, I really don't think you need to do this because you're probably not going to serve 4 of the same thing at the same time, and even if you did, it looks better to serve a wide variety of glasses. The only perk is if and when you do break a glass, you do have a backup. But honestly, it just gives you an opportunity to go search for another style, a new glass that you can buy, add to the collection. By doing a one in, one out type thing when they break, you can get new glasses without having to store a huge amount of glassware like I do, or having to spend a ton of money all at once. That's all I have for the episode today. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment in the messages below if you think I missed any glasses or if I included some that aren't needed at all. That's all for today. I'm gonna try to go put all these glasses away without breaking them, but if I do, hey, I'm probably gonna replace it with another one. Have a great day.